Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second part of the landing page Tailwind CSS course, a mini course actually. In the first part, we build this part, the navigation. As you can see in Chrome here, we have built this navigation, simple navigation, but the point was to learn as much Tailwind as possible. Now in the coming or in the second part, this part, we're going to be focusing on building this part here, the hero section. Now, I'm not going to be doing the gradients today. That would be, I think maybe part 3 or part 4. Just I'm going to be focusing on the hero section, the main content. So, let's begin. I'm going to create a new section. We talked about semantic HTML in the last part. So, this section will be for the hero. Now, in the hero section, we have basically four things, right? We have this big title header. I'm gonna be doing this in an h1 tag, and just gonna paste it in. Then we have a subheader or a bit of description. I'm gonna be copying that, and I'm gonna put that in a paragraph tag. Now, the third part, I'm gonna be using a div. Since we have two buttons here, two call to actions, a primary call to action and a secondary call to action, I'm going to be using a div to contain them. So the first part is this contact us button, which we already developed in the previous part. So since we already did that, I'm just going to copy it. So I'm going to go up here, and here we have a link called contact us. Just going to copy that and paste it inside the div. Let's just save. After the div, we have this learn more button. So first I'm going to copy this icon. I'm just going to right click and copy as SVG from uh, Figma. You can, um, by the way, you can get the completed source code from ShareWind here. I think yesterday's video is already posted. I'm going to be posting today's video source code. So you can go to sharewind.onrender.com and get the source code. So let's continue. I'm just gonna put this in an A tag again with the first part is the SVG. The second part is pan called learn more. So we use a span when we want to contain a bit of text, not like an important text like an H1, or not like uh, a text which is long, like a paragraph. Just small text, but needs to be contained. In that case, we use a span. I'm just going to save now, and so everything is in. Now let's start styling everything. So the first thing is, uh, so I want the header to be, I think it's 5 XL, and that's on small actually. On large screens, I want it to be 5 XL, and 2 XL on small screens, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, this seems good. Also, let's make it uppercase and bold, font bold, uppercase. We discussed about these in the last part. So now if we open our DevTools, you can see that it's responsive. Okay, so now let's continue and style the paragraph tag. Let's just say text extra small, and on large screen just text small. This extra small indicates 14 pixels, by the way, and is uh, this is 12 and this is 14. Okay, moving on. We already styled the contact us button, but we haven't styled this learn more. So I'm just gonna go here and say text small and on large screens text base, which is 16 pixels. Also, I'm gonna give it the specific color. I'm gonna say text, and since we don't have this color directly in Tailwind, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna make the everything small so that it is consistent. Now when we check it, it is almost complete. We just need to say font bold to make it bold. Okay, great. Now what's left is just to put them side by side using flex, item center, and gap 2. Okay, not here, not on the span actually, sorry. Uh, this should be on the A tag. Okay, great. Now we can continue and put the links side by side. We can just say flex. Okay, then justify between also items center. So this should, okay, not justify between, put as much space between them as possible. We want justify center to center the whole content. So here, now we want some space in between them. I think it's 24 pixels. 24 is 6 in Tailwind, so gap 6. Great, so this is all we want. Um, Next, you can see here that some part of the text here is this violet color, and some part is this reddish pink color. So let's do that real quick. So the quality text here is violet, so we want to wrap that with a span, and a span tag doesn't change the layout, so that's perfect here. So we can say class text violet 700, I think. Uh, yeah, so this color which we have been using, and the reliability part, we just say span class text uh, FF4954, the one which we just imported from Figma. Okay, so now that we have done this, let's just save it, and everything is working fine. So the last remaining thing is that we want to center everything. So first we want to say text center, pose for the header and the subheader, or the h1 in the p tag. So now they are centered, but we don't want them to span the whole width. So we only want, for example, I think the header, we want it to be so max w or max width. Let's try 24ch. So on advance here on E it should cut, so we should decrease its width. Okay, so let's make it a bit larger. Okay, 32. Then we want this part, the paragraph part, to be uh, also decreased in its width. So max width, I think it's 56 ch. Let's see. Okay, we forgot a hyphen here. Yeah, okay, that's about right. So now you can see that since we decreased its width, it's just wrapping and becoming text center relative to its width. So we're not really making it centered relative to the screen. There is many ways of accomplishing this. The easiest and the best way, I think, is we can just go to the section and grid and place content center, and this will center everything. Okay, great, so it is centered. but the paragraph doesn't seem to be centered. Let's check it out. Okay, so in the body section, okay, so since the paragraph is relative to the header's height, that's not working. So there's actually many ways of doing this. Another way would be to go and give MX auto, meaning margin inline auto, pushing from the left and the right side equally. So if we give this property to both the header and the subheader, yeah, now it should be working flawlessly. Now the only remaining thing is the spacing. So this 32 pixels and this 8 pixels. So simply we go here and say margin bottom true, meaning true indicates 8 pixels, then margin bottom 8 indicating 32 pixels. Don't worry, in time you're gonna know some of the numbers. I still don't know all of them, so I need to just refer to the documentation, tailwindcss.com/docs. And for example, if I want margin numbers, I have to come here and I have to check it. So, but in time, you're gonna figure out most of them, and you're gonna what you use most of the time, you'll be familiar with. So now we're at this stage where all is left is the spacing from the navbar to this hero section. So this is very simple. This is very simple. We just need to go to the section here and give it a padding top. Instead of giving a margin bottom there on the navbar, we can just give a padding top here. And this will be better if, for example, we want to make this as a component. Now, we're not going to be focusing on that in this mini course, but as I said before, this is just a preparation for the upcoming large course where we are building a completely functional business website. Okay, so let's just say padding top 16. Yeah, and this seems good enough, a good enough space. So we're getting there, right? As you can see here, we're getting there. Next, I think we might do this part, or we might be doing the gradients. So I don't know which one to make first. So if you have any ideas, please comment them down below. Also, uh, don't forget to go over to Sharewind and get the source code if you want. So also you can contribute to Sharewind. You can also put your Tailwind components if that's something you'd like. I think it's good practice. Yeah. So thanks for watching. I hope you got something from this video. And until the next time, actually let me show you the responsiveness. Okay, one thing remains, sorry, before we finish off. Let's just go here and say hidden, let's just remove this part. And now this should work. Okay, so thanks for watching. Until the next time, goodbye.